Welcome once again to the study of the subject leadership and management. The topic is known as leadership and strategic change. In our today's session, we will discuss the subtopic leading change. Leading change. Now, candidates, leading change is concerned with the role people play in leading strategic change and how they do it. And it begins by explaining how leadership change roles may exist in different parts and at different levels. And it goes on to consider the different styles of strategic leadership that may be adopted and how they need to be aligned with different contexts of change. So in our today's session, we will discuss the strategic leadership roles. Strategic leadership roles, the roles that are played by strategic leaders. Strategic leadership role. Then at some point we'll discuss the roles that are played by mid-level managers and also other roles that are played by other stakeholders like consultants and so on. So our today's focus will be on strategic leadership roles. Strategic leadership roles. Strategic What are the roles that are played by strategic leaders in leading change? That is the question that we want to answer in our today's learning session. So by the end of this session, you should be able to explain the roles that are played by strategic leaders in the process of leading change. Now, candidates, leadership is the process of influencing an organization or a group within an organization in its efforts towards achieving an aim or achieving a certain goal. And without effective leadership of strategic change, the risk is that people in an organization are not clear about its purpose, and they may also lack motivation to deliver it. And therefore, strategic leadership is very central to strategic change. Very central to strategic change. And some of the roles that are played by strategic leaders in leading change is envisioning future strategy. Envisioning the future. Envisioning future strategy. Envision. Now, the effective strategic leader needs to ensure there exists a clear and compelling vision of the future and communicate it clearly. Envisioning. The strategic leader should be able to come up with a clear picture of the future, where the company should be within, say, 10 years or 15 years and so on. Is a very important point. The leader who is effective is one who ensures that there exists in written form a clear and compelling vision of the future. He should also communicate clearly a strategy to achieve that future. And in the absence of the top management doing envisioning, then those who attempt to lead change elsewhere in an organization are likely to fail. All right? It's a very critical role, or the role is that one of envisioning the future strategy. Then the second strategic leadership role is aligning the organization to deliver the strategy. To deliver the first role is to envision the future. The second role is to align the organization to deliver the strategy. And this involves ensuring that people in the organization are committed to the strategy. They are motivated to make the changes that are needed, and they are also empowered to deliver those changes. That is how the strategy is implemented or delivered. Number one, the leader should ensure that the people are committed to the strategy. Committed to the strategy, number one, committed. You should ensure that the people who are to implement this strategy are committed to the strategy. They are motivated. Should motivate them towards delivering the strategy, and also empowered. The people should be empowered with the resources, empowered with skills, empowered with every aspect or every resource that is needed in order to deliver the strategy. Then, candidates, there is also need for the leaders to build and foster relationships. They should build and foster relationships. Build and foster relationships. Other than ensuring that there is commitment and motivation and empowerment, the leader should build and ensure that relationships are fostered. Okay, and that is relationship of trust and relationship of respect across the organization. That is role number 2. Then the third strategic leadership role is embodying change. Embodying change. Embodying change. Now, a strategic leader will be seen by others, not least those within the organization, but also other stakeholders and outside observers, as intimately associated with a future strategy and a strategic change program. So a strategic leader is then symbolically highly significant in the change process and needs to be a role model for future strategy. So a strategic leader is one who embodies change. So these are 4 strategic roles that are played by a strategic leader in leading change. The first one is envisioning the future strategy. Number 2, aligning the future, the organization to deliver the strategy. Then lastly, embodying change. So these are 3 roles that are played by strategic leadership in leading change. I'll give you one assignment as we close the lesson. Assignment. Explain 3 roles played by strategic leadership in leading change. Thank you. God bless you. I hope to meet you in our next session. Bye-bye.